NFTs are unique digital assets that cannot be replicated, each with a unique identification code and metadata. They have recently become popular and are bought and sold online, creating potential for investors to make a profit if the NFT rises in value. They are created through a process known as minting. They are stored on a blockchain, with transaction fees payable on minting and subsequent purchases or sales. NFTs can be purchased from traditional auction houses, online marketplaces or privately, with payment accepted in fiat currencies or cryptocurrency. The value of an NFT is determined by supply and demand, with the most unique NFTs commanding high prices. However, the crypto winter has caused a downturn in the NFT market. It is important to remember that investment in any cryptocurrency is speculative and all capital is at risk. This article provides an in-depth look at non-fungible tokens and their potential as an investment. It covers topics such as the various types of NFTs, different marketplaces to purchase them, and how to store them securely. It also highlights the risks associated with investing in NFTs, such as the potential for large losses if prices fall. The article also provides examples of successful NFTs, such as the Merge and Everydays, the first 5,000 days, and gives advice on how to research an NFT before making a purchase. Overall, this article provides an informative overview of NFTs and their potential as an investment. XRP token surged over 20% in the past 24 hours. Ripple defendants filed a new document in support of their fair notice defense in the landmark case against the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Traders reacted to rumors of the case already being settled on paper. Some market observers speculated that Ripple could even emerge victorious from the court battle. This positive momentum is driving the price movement of XRP, despite Ripple's historical distance from its relation to the tokens. This article evaluates the recent surge in XRP token prices following reports of Ripple's progress in its landmark case against the U.S. Securities and Exchange. It is noted that XRP traded at 45 cents on Wednesday and saw trading volumes of over $5 billion amid interest from traders. It is also mentioned that Ripple defendants made a new filing in support of their fair notice defense, which referenced rulings on SEC objections in the Voyager Digital Holdings bankruptcy case. It is speculated that traders reacted to rumors of the case already being settled on paper, which is driving the positive momentum. It is further noted that Ripple has historically maintained a distance from its relation to XRP tokens and the XRP ledger network, but any progression in the case causes XRP price movement. Tim Draper gave a keynote speech at Paris Blockchain Week 2023 on the decentralization of everything. He discussed the distrust of cryptocurrencies and the recent Silicon Valley Bank crisis. He argued that an inevitable change is coming from decentralized financial tools like Bitcoin. Weak leaders will be revealed by those who resist it. To emphasize his point, Draper dedicated and performed a self-composed Bitcoin song to the audience. He wanted to demonstrate his belief that blockchain, Bitcoin and smart contracts are making up one of the greatest transitions in the history of the world. Tim Draper's keynote speech at Paris Blockchain Week 2023 was an inspiring call to arms for embracing the decentralization of everything, with a focus on Bitcoin. He highlighted the current distrust of cryptocurrencies from centralized governments, particularly in light of the Silicon Valley Bank crisis. Draper believes that those who resist the inevitable change will be revealed as weak leaders, while those who embrace it will be the strong leaders of the future. To make his point clear, he ended his speech with a self-composed Bitcoin song, which he dedicated to SVB and all the banks that have failed and will fail. His performance was met with applause from the audience, as well as the panelists who followed him on the master stage. Draper's passionate belief that blockchain, Bitcoin and smart contracts are making up one of the greatest transitions in the history of the world is an inspiring reminder of the power of decentralization. The primary point of this text is that deflationary tokens are typically perceived as more valuable by holders and investors. The supply and demand of a token is decided at the development level. Deflationary mechanisms such as burn mechanisms can be embedded into the economic model of the token. Decentralized autonomous organizations are responsible for governing tokenomics changes. This article provides a comprehensive overview of the relationship between supply and demand in cryptocurrencies. It explains how deflationary characteristics increase the value of a crypto asset and how the rules of supply and demand apply to cryptocurrencies. It also explains how Ethereum's transition to proof of stake has made it deflationary, and how decentralized autonomous organizations can play a role in ensuring efficient and effective governance of tokens. Overall, this article provides valuable insight into the fundamentals of cryptocurrency economics. Bitcoin price is expected to move 5% in either direction depending on the Federal Reserve's announcement about interest rates. A supercycle may be happening in the crypto market. The White House recently released an economic report of the president which has created issues for the crypto industry. Additionally, Cathie Wood's ARK Invest sold 160,887 shares of Coinbase worth $13.5 million on Tuesday. This article provides an overview of the current state of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. It discusses the Federal Reserve's expected decision to raise interest rates, the potential for a supercycle in crypto, and the White House's report on digital assets. It also mentions ARK Invest's recent sale of Coinbase shares and the company's performance since the crypto winter. Overall, the article provides a comprehensive overview of the current state of the cryptocurrency market. Ethereum's censorship problem has significantly decreased in the past 6 months. OFAC sanctions against Tornado Cash transactions to U.S. citizens have contributed to this decrease. According to MEV-Watch, only 30% of blocks added to the Ethereum blockchain are OFAC compliant. This is the lowest level of censorship since September 24, 2022. The introduction of MEV-Boost and alternative, non-censoring relays such as agnostic and ultrasound have been credited with the decrease in censorship. These relays have allowed a greater level of freedom for internet users. This article provides an overview of the changes in Ethereum's censorship problem over the past 6 months. After the U.S. government sanctioned Tornado Cash transactions to U.S. citizens, the share of censored blocks has shrunk to less than a third. In addition, the introduction of new, non-censoring relays, such as agnostic and ultrasound, have helped to reduce the amount of censorship on the Ethereum blockchain. The article provides insight into the community's response to the sanctions, as well as the impact of MEV-Boost and the success of alternative relays. Overall, the article provides a detailed look at the changes in Ethereum's censorship problem and how the community is responding.